Rush, here to speak sweetly, lovingly, locally about music. Life continues post-Women's March. We go to work and eat lunch and blow our noses because we're post-feminist now, right? Wrong. The march has passed, but the anger isn't going anywhere. If you tuned in last week, you know that I've been particularly interested in protest music and why protesting is cool, but protest music usually isn't. The Women's March this weekend is a good reason to look at it from a different angle and reassess. Here's a Wikipedia definition for you. Riot Grrrl is an underground feminist punk movement that originated in the early 1990s. It combines feminist politics, punk style, and music. Basically, it's a musical movement in which women express themselves in the same way men have been doing for the past several hundred years. In addition to a music scene and genre, Riot Grrrl is a subculture involving a DIY ethic, zines, art, and political action and activism. The movement takes about as many forms as there are participants, but the idea is the same. Riot Grrrl is an opportunity for self-expression and self-determination for women using simple tools like pen, paper, and power chords. Bands like Bikini Kill and Bratmobile, who originated the movement, gave rise to later bands like Sleater-Kinney and Le Tigre. And over here, in a glittering subcategory, are the Spice Girls, who represent the plastic commercialization of Riot Grrrl. 90s grunge and punk has made a resurgence in the last few years for several reasons. Our current social climate demands a loud, DIY approach to political art. Another reason is this. Because of the same climate, we have strong social nostalgia. In this divided country, we nostalgically long for a sense of authentic community. So nostalgia wins out over practical engagement in politics sometimes. Sarah Doerr, a musician and professor and instructor at Portland's Rock and Roll Camp for Girls, said about Neo Riot Grrrl, among people who grew up with the internet, people who are presented with a gajillion cultural options, when they find one that feels really cool and authentic to them, like Riot Grrrl is to some people, they glom onto it. Now there are all these people coming out of Rock and Roll Camp for Girls who are like, look at my zine! And I'm like, why are you making a zine? You have the internet. We cannot let Riot Grrrl live in the world of nostalgia and academia. That's not where it belongs. All art movements look backwards, of course, but the question is, what do we add on? The Women's March this weekend represented an extremely practical engagement in politics and social responsibility. We live in a new era with new tools, so let's update Riot Grrrl. In Tucson, in recent years, there have been several attempts at potent feminist music. Caterwaul successfully unified the deeply personal and the political in their performances and the release, 15 Forever. Brittany Catter is an ardent feminist, but seeing her perform is an experience that goes way beyond political ideology and into the realm of the heart and soul. Check out Brittany and Jeff's interviews and coverage of the Women's March on Creative Tucson 5 on 20 channel. This year, Fox Bodies burst onto the scene, highlighting born performer Bella Vanek. Fox Bodies brings the revolution you can dance to, or thrash to. Fox Bodies has something to say, and they're ambitious, which is an elixir for success. I urge Tucson women to be inspired by our local Riot Grrrls and get involved, learn some chords, write some lyrics and that ring true, and start a band. But think of what has changed since the early 90s. We have the internet, for one. We have the ability to use our voice to reach millions and millions of people. Consider the relationship between music, politics, and power, and the tools you have at your disposal. Our predecessors of the 90s made zines and punk music. What do we do? And speaking of updated zines, Hocus Pocus is throwing a one-year anniversary show this Saturday at 191 Tool. Hocus Pocus is a local record label specializing in lathe-cut playable zines. Though Hocus Pocus looks back, they also look forward, using new innovations and combinations to bring art to our community. The lineup at the show includes Headlock, Acorn, Beacorn, Jivin' Scientists, Lasso, and Otherly Love. I'm also feeling very thankful recently for the Flycatcher. It's a wonderful venue with wonderfully talented sound engineers and shows that are often free. This is an incubator for Tucson's local music scene. Thanks, Flycatcher. Tomorrow is Toma, Rival Shapes, and Miss Abysmal. Saturday is The Darts, Surf, Architecture, and Belinda Esquer. Sunday is Switch Effect, M. Crane, and Saving Kings. And Monday is Giantology, Jeff Lounsbury, and AZ77. Pick any one show at Flycatcher, and you'll see at least 2 hard-working local bands for free. As always, Tucson, to thine own self be true. I'll see you here next week, same time, same place. Here is Fox Bodies at Think Tank. Check it out.
You're a boy.